Hey guys, this is Abhishek. Welcome back to my channel, The Open Code. In my last video, I talked about MySQL history, when it was launched, and why it is so popular. We also looked into how to download the community version of the MySQL software and then how to go about installing the software on a MacBook OS. Please refer to my last video if you want a quick recap. I will also add a link in this video description. In this video, I am going to introduce you with MySQL Shell using macOS Terminal. Then I will talk about basic MySQL shell commands. After that, I will take you through the MySQL official documentation and will tell you how to read through them. We will also run default but very important SQL commands, which I am sure will help you in your projects. Okay, open the terminal, and the first step is to check what version of MySQL you have installed. So for that you have to type command mysql version. It will show you what MySQL version you have installed and general distribution software version 5.7.22. Now the next step is, suppose you got stuck, so how you will get help? So there is a command called mysql help which lists out all different type of help which is provided by MySQL software. I would request you to go through it one by one if you have time, though it's not required. Moving on. Okay, so now you can type clear command to clear your terminal so that it becomes more visible. Now the next step is to log into MySQL database. So type the command mysql -u root -p. -p is for the password. Type your root user password and you will see that you are able to log into MySQL database. If you face any issues logging to MySQL the way we did, I would say go and check if your MySQL database is up and running or not. For that you can go to System Preferences and go to MySQL tab. If you see that the green lights are on and it says stop MySQL server, that means the server is on and running. And if you still face any issues, I would request you to please leave a comment so that I can reply to your issue. Now that we have successfully logged into MySQL database, what if I want to quit the database? So for that we have a very simple command called exit. You type exit, put a semicolon and hit enter. You will see that you are back to your terminal. Okay, now let's log in back. So again type the command, type your password and you are back to the MySQL shell. Alright, so now we are going to look into some by default command which comes with MySQL database. So one such command is the version. So to see what version of MySQL database you are using, you have to type select version and semicolon. Remember, select command is used in MySQL to fetch anything from the database. So anything you want to retrieve from database or tables or anything, you have to write select. Okay, hit enter. It shows you we are using 8.0.16 version of the MySQL database. Similarly, there are so many other commands. So for example, if you want to see which user has logged into the database, you have to type select and user with brackets and semicolon. You can see that the root user has logged in and the server is localhost. One thing is important here, that it doesn't matter if you are typing in uppercase or lowercase. So even if you type lowercase select and user, it will still work. Similarly, there are so many other default keywords. For example, if you want to see the current date, then you can type select current date and semicolon and you will see the current date. Remember, I am writing everything in capital letter because as a good practice, the keywords should be written in the capital letter. This is same in any other database as well. Similarly, if you want to see the current timestamp, then you have to type select current timestamp and it will show you the current timestamp. There is another keyword called now. Now means current timestamp, so it will show you the same results. If you want to clear your screen, then you have to type system clear. It will clean the screen. We can also do some small calculations here. For example, suppose if I want to add two numbers, suppose 2 plus 5, and hit enter, it will show you the result. So we can always use MySQL database to calculate small calculations. Also, if you see that the title coming here is the equation itself. So if you want to change the title to your choice, then you have to type one more attribute here. Suppose I want to call it as a title and hit enter, it will show me as a title. This becomes very handy if you are doing some lengthy calculations or if you are retrieving some important information and want to rename based on your choice. You can find the entire list of all the default commands by going to MySQL official documentation. For that, go to mysql.com and you will see a documentation tab. Click on documentation and it will show you all the possible documentation. Since we are using 8.0 database, click on this reference manual and then you will see the entire list of reference manual. The most important step, especially for those who are learning MySQL for the first time, to go to this tutorial. You click on tutorial and it will show you the very basic commands. The one which we ran, actually I took it from here. You can click on next and you can go through the very basic commands of MySQL. Hey guys, we have reached end of the video. I hope you liked it. Please hit subscribe if you really do. In the next video, we are going to talk about databases. Till then, keep learning. See you soon.